Yo, Revengeboyz here, and I've got another UU match here again, as this is my favourite tier against someone by the name of Menace, and it's a pretty short UU match, so let's see how things go. And I lead off with my Flygon, and he goes into his Aerodactyl, and I'm thinking he will set up rock, so I'll just U-turn, and I get a crit just to make it fail me. And I go into my Shaman because I know he's going to Stealth Rock, so that is getting bounced back into his face. I thought it would miss, and I did take a bit of a gamble while he went for the Stone Edge, otherwise I would have Thunder Waved it and it would have been good for me. But he goes into his Flygon, I go into Flygon, and he switches out to Slowbro, Stone Edge, and also the Stone Edge crits. This match was very haxy, but he really did try his best to fight against the hacks, and I had to take my hat off to that. And yeah, and he goes for the Scald on my P2 and it gets a burn, probably karma from the 2 crits I've got in the later turns. He goes into his Kingdra and I discharge, and I get a Para Hacks, which is also karma on him now, so now it's 3-1 in the hacks war, and his Kingdra is paralyzed, so I had no idea what move he was going to pull off there. And I go for the outrage, stupidly forgetting about his Slowbro. At this point I was like, my Flygon is finished, there's no hope, the Slowbro has a nice beam, but no, he goes for the slack off, and I was just like, oh, so I think my Flygon does have a chance of living after all. And unfortunately I don't get the 2-turn outrage, I get the 3, and I get another crit, which is just getting a bit silly now. He goes for the Scold, and thank goodness it does not burn. I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of there, I'm going into Togekiss. He also switches out into his Bisharp, and I think he was scared that I had an Aura Sphere, so he got the hell out of there, back into his Aerodactyl, which will take the Stealth Rock damage. But I go for the Air Slash, just get a bit of damage on whatever comes in. And this is the bit I found really weird. He went for the Sky Attack and it had the White Herb, and I was just like, oh, a Power Herb, and I was just like, wow, what the hell? Something I thought was sashed has now become a really offensive Aerodactyl. And he goes into his Nidoking to revenge kill my Togekiss. I'm like, nope, I'm getting the hell out of there into P2. And here I predict him to switch into Slowbro, so I go for the discharge and not the Ice Beam, which means the Slowbro will die, thank goodness. And I'm getting burnt the hell out of. He goes into his Bisharp now, and he goes for the substitute. I'm like, no, I'm not letting you set up at all, as I know it will be bad if it does get behind the sub. So I'm just going to keep on discharging while he keeps on subbing, using all that health for no reason basically. And now he goes for the Sucker Punch, and I should have predicted that. I should have went for the cover, but it was just too risky at that point in time. Anyway, I go out to Loyal. He thinks I'm going to Flare Blitz, but I will not do that as I know he has Kingdra. So I'm just going for the CC, and that will definitely knock it out. So yeah, he goes into his Nidoking now. I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of there into Dusclops. And the Nidoking goes for the Ice Beam again, which won't do anything to my boo. He goes into Bisharp, but I predict that and I Will-O-Wisp him, which means bad news for the Bisharp, as it's crippled and it's basically gonna die now. And I go for the Nightshade while he goes for the Swords Dance, which is still scary as it's still got a +2 even though it's burnt, which will mean a bit of trouble. He goes for the Sucker Punch and fails, as I didn't make an attacking move. He goes for the Sucker Punch again, but I predict that, and I go for the Roost to get all my health back. and the Bishop will get burnt the crap out of in this turn. And there goes my main threat against me, I think. Yeah, so he goes into Darmanatang. I'm not really concerned about that thing, as it's nearing the end of the match. And he goes for the EQ, which I thought was weird, because if I did keep Togekiss, it would have been bad. He goes for the Life Orbs Flare Blitz, which will definitely drop my Dusclops. I go into Flygon just to sweep the rest of his things, as they are both weak to ground. And yeah, that will be the game. So good game, Menace, and I'll be posting a few more videos later on, and that'll be Revengeboyz signing out.